WRDE Coast TV.
This is damage from a lightning strike at Smoker's Barbecue in Ocean City. What the owners are doing to get the restaurant reopened again.
Summertime storms are arriving, and we're tracking one particular storm that looks like it's going to get stronger as it tracks across, and it's moving towards the Greenwood area and getting stronger. We're going to track this because this is just developing right now as we speak.
Concerns are going round and round again for this roundabout in Rehoboth Beach. What locals have to say about the traffic flow.
Preserving the historic district of Lewis. What guidelines are being considered before buying or renovating?
From the beaches to the bays, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News at 6 starts right now.
A scary scene at a beloved Ocean City restaurant. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with a local business recovering from last night's storm.
Smoker's Barbecue Pit caught fire around 4 a.m. last night. The restaurant's owners claim a lightning strike was the cause of the flames. Neighbors say it's just so sad to see this happen to that beloved business. Coast TV News' Charles Reinert live there in Ocean City. Charles, eyewitnesses say it was just terrifying.
Maddie, take a look at the side of Smokers here in West Ocean City. Now, some neighbors said that they heard some loud bangs and pops last night and are wondering when this popular restaurant's doors will reopen.
My favorite barbecue pit is on fire.
This was the scene last night as firefighters battled the flames at Smoker's Barbecue Pit in West Ocean City. According to the restaurant, the fire was caused by a lightning strike during severe storms overnight. Pamela Eddy says she saw the fire and heard the lightning strike.
I heard popping noises. It sounded like a transformer had popped. I heard the noises, it woke me up, and then I heard it again. And then that's when I heard the fire engines coming. Oh, this is really sad.
Ocean City firefighters responded right before 4:15 a.m. They say no one was hurt. We reached out to the owner of Smokers today, who was not available for an interview, but we were told that the process of fixing up, cleaning, and reopening the restaurant has begun. Neighbor Jacob Daimler says he's sad to see a fellow business struggle, especially ahead of the crucial summer season.
Honestly, I just feel really bad for the business owners. They just bought Smokers recently. This is their first summer. And I really hope that they can recover from this because it's really a hard start. According to the Worcester County Fire Marshal's office, the exact cause of the fire is still under investigation. There is currently no known timetable for when Smokers will reopen its doors. I'm Charles Reiner in Ocean City, Coast TV News.
Let's go ahead and take a live look outside right now. This is the Gateway Subaru camera at the Commander Hotel down there in Ocean City. Some folks still out on the beach, it appears. But let's check in with our chief meteorologist, Paul Williams, because things seem to be changing pretty quickly, Paul.
We have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect until about 6:15 for areas like American Corner, Nichols, Bureau, and those areas. And right now, the storm is actually a hail producer at 60-mile-per-hour winds and about quarter-size hail, but this entire area here is actually getting more intense. So I want to track this real quick. From right here, we're looking at a tracking. Let's go ahead and grab it real quick. Here we go. We're looking at this moving cone-wise. There we go. We're looking at this moving towards the east, northeast, moving at about 20 miles per hour, 13 miles per hour, a little faster than that. Okay, so we're looking forward to possibly hit areas like Hickman, Big Pine, Blanchard, and then the Greenwood area. And that's why I was like, that sounded very familiar. So we're looking at this very strong storm that could possibly move, just clipping the Greenwood area because it's getting a little bit stronger as we go along. I want to change the view of this here to see if my reflectivity, so we're giving me a better view of what's happening with this particular storm here. This is continuing to be a bit of a concern for us because overall, we're looking at this entire area here that's going to be moving through. And as it slides on through, it's going to be gaining some momentum as it moves more so towards the east pretty steadily. Yeah, we're looking at Hickman, Big Pine, Blanchard, Greenwood at 6:48, and Farmington at 6:52. It's already prompted a severe thunderstorm warning with 60-mile-per-hour winds as well as quarter-size hail. But we have no active warnings or watches here in our immediate area, our immediate viewing area, but it is in effect for areas like Bureau, Preston, American Corner, and Nichols. We'll continue to track this. If we have a warning, we'll break into the news and let you know. But until then, back to you, Charlie.
And we will continue to follow that. We'll check back in with Paul if need be. The Rehoboth Beach roundabout has heads spinning in more ways than one, as Coast TV's Tori Seagraves reports. Some say it's a headache, others say it's a hazard.
Whether you are visiting or live here, you know that once you hit this roundabout, you are at Rehoboth Beach. But the gateway to the nation's summer capital is causing safety concerns. Gabriella Angelone, who works at Lilla Cavello by the Circle, says it makes traffic much worse.
I live in Lewis, so, on the way, a 15-minute ride could easily turn into about 45 minutes.
And it's not just delay problems that worry her.
For me, there has been so many times where, especially with that yielding, I have had to kind of slam on my brakes and be like, okay.
Before the roundabout was created in 2006, the Rehoboth Beach police chief says that there was an average of 50 accidents a year. This year, there has been just 3. But the chief says congestion from the Circle is intentional and necessary.
We want to slow the traffic down. It's a calming device. That's okay as long as they're negotiating the traffic in all lanes.
That happened to me where I've had to be like, okay, all right, well, this person's going to go. It's just very confusing.
Others say the Circle helps.
I believe it's a very effective way. Rather than a stoplight or an intersection, cars continue to move.
Good, bad, or indifferent, roundabouts continue to be a debate that goes round and round. The police chief tells me that this portion of Rehoboth Avenue is set to be repaved in the near future, and with that could present an opportunity to move crosswalks further away from the Circle to improve pedestrian safety. I'm Tori Seagraves in Rehoboth Beach, Coast TV News.
More work happening at Route 16 on Route 1, and it's a little bit confusing, so stay with me here. As part of the ongoing construction at Route 1 and 16 intersection in Milton, which you see on your screen, DelDOT says drivers heading south will use a crossover lane on the lanes formerly used for heading north after the switch. Now, drivers heading north will still use the lanes off to the right that have been used since late May. The department says the new traffic pattern is going to take place July 11th around 7 p.m.
Usually, firefighters have to leave the station to fight a fire, but in Milton today, the fire actually came to them. According to the fire department, a man was driving through downtown Milton when he noticed a fire in the bed of his truck. You can see it here on screen. The fire department says the man drove to the fire station parking lot where firefighters at the station were then able to quickly put out the fire, and luckily they say nobody got hurt.
8 Delaware lawmakers voted against the over $5 billion proposed state budget for fiscal year 2024. 4 of them are legislators representing districts in Sussex County. All the lawmakers who voted against the budget say they're concerned about the overall spending growth. The proposed budget is more than $507 million larger than last year's. The legislators are asking the state to consider creating tools to limit spending due to factors like inflation and population growth. Both the budget and the supplemental appropriation bill have passed the House and Senate.
A dredging project is coming to the Ocean City Inlet. According to the Army Corps of Engineers, dredgers will start either on July 2nd or July 3rd. Dredging is expected to be completed by July 13th, and according to Ocean City manager Terry McGean, dredging will remove sand from the inlet into Assateague Island. He says there's too much sand in the inlet, which can prevent boaters and fishing fleets from doing their jobs, and in turn, that negatively can affect the local economy.
So it makes it difficult, especially for some of the fishing fleet that we have in the West Ocean City Harbor, to get out of the inlet and, more importantly, into the inlet when they're full with a catch.
McGean says the goal is to make the inlet channel depth about 10 feet deep.
Have you ever thought about the steps you have to take to buy or renovate a historic home in downtown Lewis? It's quite the process that must be thoroughly vetted by a commission dedicated to preservation. The Lewis City Council wants to make some changes to that process by considering new factors beyond architecture. WRDE's Heidi Kirk shows us why council members say culture should be considered going forward.
A historic home in downtown Lewis.
We are fortunate to be the third owners of this house.
Betsy Hanso takes a lot of pride in living here in this 1940s colonial reconstruction.
This history is truly important to Lewis. It's a special place. We feel honored to be here.
Historic buildings like these are a big part of Lewis's identity. The Lewis City Council and a designated committee work to preserve historic architecture down here. City Council wants to rework the guidelines to approve or deny development and renovations for historic homes and businesses.
We have a lot of very rich history here. The mayor and city council, we simply want to make sure that not only architecture is being recognized, and again, a very important consideration, but the cultural and social history of Lewis is also being factored in and recognized.
While it may be as simple as designating a plaque to pay homage to the history, people say culture is always worth considering.
It's an excellent idea. It's the first town in the first state. There's a lot of culture there.
As far as the timeline goes for this proposal, Councilmember Saliba said it's likely a few tweaks will be made to the wording, and then it will reappear in front of the Lewis City Council at their July 10th meeting. In Lewis, I'm Heidi Kirk, Coast TV News.
We are just getting started.
The 4th of July fireworks celebration all set for Ocean City coming up. How you can plan your visit to the big show.
And right now, we're tracking the latest strong storm pushing across the region at about 20 miles per hour. Expected to hit Andersontown at 6:16, Hickman at 6:26, Harrington at 6:55, and Houston at 7:06. We'll track more on this coming up in a moment.
But first, the Nature Conservancy purchased this land at Pemberton Forest. The future of the property when we're back in just 60 seconds.
First Alert Weather is our promise to be the first to tell you when big changes are coming in your weather forecast.
Whether it's day-to-day weather that changes your plans,
or severe weather that could change your life.
The First Alert Weather team will call for First Alert Weather Days.
Here on TV and all of your devices.
It's our commitment to give you the most accurate forecast.
The WRDE First Alert Weather team. That's our promise to you.
J. Con Scott. J. Con Scott. Fine furniture and new location interiors on Route 1, Rehoboth Beach.
Nature Conservancy is expanding a large nature preserve outside of Milton following a recent purchase of 7.5 acres of property near Route 16.
Our meteorologist Alex Seymour talked to the Nature Conservancy about why this purchase was so important to them.
Hundreds of acres of forest sit inside the little-known Ponders Tract at Pemberton Preserve, a nature preservation just outside of Milton, which is owned by the Nature Conservancy. The Nature Conservancy has recently purchased an additional 7.5 acres that butts up to Route 16 to expand this preservation. A rumor about potential parceling of this property to build new homes spurred the Nature Conservancy to buy this land.
That would have caused some issues for our restoration management and public access if we had to worry about houses going up at the front of the preserve.
Ponders Tract consists of over 900 acres of forest. This land was previously a loblolly pine plantation and is now being slowly transitioned back to native forest land. This process will take decades to complete. Old logging roads have been turned into trails for visitors to see the natural beauty of the area.
These large protected forested areas are super important for migrating wildlife, specifically like neotropical songbirds that are migrating. They utilize these forests while they're traveling spring and fall, as well as numerous other wildlife.
This is just one in a recent string of purchases by nonprofit organizations like the Nature Conservancy and the Sussex County Land Trust to preserve the natural beauty of Sussex County. I'm meteorologist Alex Seymour in Milton, Coast TV News.
The town of Ocean City is anticipating lots of traffic on the 4th of July this year. That's why there is a travel advisory. The town expects parking to be extremely limited, both due to the holiday and the firework road closures, not to mention that the inlet parking rate there is $5 an hour on that date. So the town says if you want to visit, maybe go to the West Ocean City Park and ride along with the beach bus. There, an unlimited day pass can be bought for just $4. For more information, you can see our article on WRDE.com.
Wheel of Fortune fans, you can catch the show every weekday here on Coast TV at 7 p.m., but a big announcement was made today. A new spin on the old show will see Ryan Seacrest take over for the retiring Pat Sajak. Now, Seacrest will take over in 2024 after the conclusion of Sajak's last season. That doesn't even begin until September. It does, however, bring us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know what you think about Ryan Seacrest taking over for Pat Sajak on the wheel. Let's look at our results.
It's really been split, Charlie, so far. Now more majority are disapproving of that. I mean, I'm excited about it. He's my birthday twin, by the way. Ryan Seacrest and I have the same birthday, so I'm excited about it.
I expect we're going to see this go back and forth throughout the day as people kind of mull over their decisions. You can go vote on WRDE.com or use our mobile app, and we're going to have those updated results later in the newscast.
Well, this is the latest positioning of the storms that we've been tracking. The severe thunderstorm warning that was in effect for Bureau, Denton, and American Corner has been allowed to expire, but this is still a hail maker, and it's making its way across into Sussex County. We'll have more on the storm as it begins to march through our immediate area.
The Great American Sales Event is here. Want a great offer on a smart, capable, rugged SUV? Get a Ford. Need a big incentive on America's best-selling trucks with hands-free tech? Get a Ford. Want big savings and plenty of inventory to choose from? Just get a Ford. The Great American Sales Event is here, and the only thing missing is you. Get 3.9% financing for 60 months. Plus, military and first responders get an additional $1,000 on select Ford vehicles.
Tomorrow at 4 on Coast Life, get a taste of award-winning barbecue from the new Downtown Blues. And we explore the world of Delmarva Sports Network. Plus, dive into the vibrant world of the upcoming Barbie movie. Coast Life tomorrow at 4 on Coast TV.
Chesapeake Healthcare welcomes new adult medicine doctors to their team. Dr. Alon Davis and his associates are accepting new patients at their office on Power Street in Salisbury. Chesapeake Healthcare also expanded their adult medicine team to accept new patients in Pocomoke and their new Berlin office. Together, Chesapeake Healthcare offers a team of 22 adult medicine doctors and practitioners across 6 locations on the Lower Shore in Salisbury, Princess Anne, Berlin, and Pocomoke. Call the office near you today to schedule your appointment.
Window World, the #1 replacement window company, specializes in roofing too. Save $500 off a new CertainTeed roofing system, which offers heavier shingles for better protection and durability. Many colors to choose from. 0% financing available for 18 months. Superior products, professionally installed at a guaranteed low price.
No matter the size of the project, you can trust Window World of Delmarva to get it done right.
Call now for a free estimate today.
Step 1. Join Club Ocean at Ocean Downs. Step 2. Get $20 free play guaranteed. Step 3. Play, celebrate, and join an ocean of winners like these. Ocean Downs Casino, where the fun shines.
Calling all local businesses. This fall, it's time to shine at Draper Media's Shore Living Expo, a free event for visitors. Join us Saturday, September 30th at the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center, presented by Spicer Brothers and Pohanka of Salisbury. Extend your reach, showcase your products, and build relationships that matter. The Shore Living Expo, where you can shine as we celebrate health, wealth, and home. Sign up to be a vendor today. Visit WBOCevents.com.
As we continue to track storms moving throughout the area right now, the latest storm that's causing great concern has already made its way through Andersontown. It's headed towards Hickman and Smithville. It's currently causing some problems along Highway 313 as well as 16 and where they both meet, headed towards Wooden Hawk as well as over towards Trinity, Church Road, Atlanta Road, but mainly along Highway 16 as you go from Hickman going towards Blanchard, and it's moving towards the northeast. Now, as we begin to kind of try to track what's happening with this storm, it's going to be moving more so towards the north. So it's going to expect to hit towards the Farmington area as well as the Andrewsville. So in those communities, that's where we're tracking at this present time. Now, this storm has already prompted a severe thunderstorm warning a little bit earlier this evening. It just expired at about 6:15. So it's still a very active cell at this present time. And it's the most active cell that we're tracking at this present time. We have additional scattered showers in other areas to our south. But it looks like that's going to move more so up towards the Kent County area, but we'll keep a close eye on that nonetheless. All this is being propagated by a cold front that's beginning to push through and slice underneath all the unusually warm air that we've had in place for today. And I'm talking about really warm air, like temperatures in the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. Now, our forecasting models are indicating that we're in for another round of strong storms. And we're going to have a wait-and-see approach to this because the models are still kind of switching from spring to summertime. So sometimes you got to give them a little time to adjust to become a little more solid. But right now, we're looking at between Lewis and Long Neck and then Seaford at about 9 o'clock this evening. Moves out of the way by 11 o'clock, and we clear out with cloudy skies for Wednesday. Now, for 8 o'clock, we're looking for a strong storm to push through. Same model, our European model, pushing through, and then it'll slide through by 10 o'clock, move out of the way, including the Ocean City area. So we could see some spot showers that become a little heavy and isolated pockets due to that going into Tuesday night, going into Wednesday early in the morning time. As far as the amount of rain, it's quite interesting. Where we are expecting the rain, we could see up to an inch, maybe even an inch and a quarter in some areas. And some models indicating even more so that, particularly near Highway 54 and just to the east of Salisbury in that area. Then, generally speaking, for Thursday, look at how clear we're going to be. In fact, we won't have much in the way of cloud cover in place for Thursday, possibly Friday, going into Saturday and Sunday. So we're looking for a relatively clear day by then. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling extended forecast. Lots of sunshine for Wednesday, Thursday especially going into Friday. So we are going to recover with a good deal of sunshine. Friday, 86, but 86 on Saturday will be accompanied with a 50% chance of rain in the afternoon for Saturday and Sunday, Monday as well as Tuesday.
Thank you, Paul. And due to weather, the Lewis Summer Concert Series taking place tonight, still on, but changing location. The city says the concert will be moving to the Cape Henlopen High School Auditorium. Organizers say Heather Vidal will be performing there at 7.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studio.
Hey there, sports fans. Welcome into the Wawa Studio. More changes coming from the Philadelphia Flyers organization. This time, it involves a player. It's no surprise that the Flyers are completely rebuilding their team from management to uniforms and now to the team's roster. The team announced that they have made a trade that will send center Kevin Hayes to the St. Louis Blues. In return, the Flyers will receive a 2024 sixth-round draft pick. Now, while the Flyers will retain 50% of Hayes' remaining salary, they will also increase their available cap space to just over $10 million as they look to potentially add new faces to the black and orange. Well, sports fans, episode 10 of Into the Trenches, joining the Y-High Tribe, is quickly approaching. Here's what you have to look forward to in the finale.
Next on Into the Trenches.
Malik is going to Morgan.
They prepared us good. They prepared us real good. Feeling confident in my ability to do what I got to do.
I'm 100% on the field every day, so that's why I hope they learn from me.
I just want to say thank you to Y-High, though, man. They gave us the best coaching experience you're going to ever gonna get.
I'm going to get straight to it. Tell you guys the main reason why we're here today.
That'll do it for sports. Till next time, folks.
Spring into adventure at IG Burton Chevrolet in Melford, Seaford, Lewis, or Berlin with new Silverados up to $11,000 off. Come see us now in Melford, Seaford, Lewis, or Berlin with up to $11,000 off new Chevy trucks. Nobody beats a Burton deal. Nobody.
Broken down AC system? Horizon has you covered with same-day repairs and next-day installs guaranteed. Don't wait. Schedule your next service online in seconds. Call, scan, or visit us at horizonservices.com.
Even the most fun things take preparation. As you go about your summer, be prepared to keep COVID-19 in check. Get vaccinated or boosted when eligible. Stay home and get tested when sick. Tested positive? Get treatment. It works best if taken early. Consider masking up in crowded indoor places or if you're at higher risk for illness. Keep the fun in summer. Keep COVID-19 in check.
Hi, I'm Sussex County farmer Blaine Hitchens, and I plant cover crops to improve my soil health. Cover crops help with nutrient cycling, weed suppression, and also reducing our input costs. I'm also improving water quality and my soils are more productive, increasing my yield and bottom line. Healthy soils produce healthy crops. Cost share signups are going on now. To take advantage of the financial assistance, stop by the Conservation District to enroll in the cover crop cost share program because every acre counts.
No hot water? No problem. Just call Horizon Services. We're there same day with a brand new water heater and a professional fix for any other plumbing emergency. For all of your plumbing needs, call today or visit us at horizonservices.com.
Spring into adventure at IG Burton Chevrolet in Melford, Seaford, Lewis, or Berlin with new Silverados up to $11,000 off. Come see us now in Melford, Seaford, Lewis, or Berlin with up to $11,000 off new Chevy trucks. Nobody beats a Burton deal. Nobody.
We are back with our Coast TV poll. We want to know what you think about Ryan Seacrest taking over for Pat Sajak on Wheel of Fortune, which you can watch right here on Coast TV News. A majority still saying disapprove, but these results have changed a lot. Make sure you vote on WRDE.com and our app. We'll have results again on Coast TV News at 11.
Coming up new on Coast TV News at 11, plastic bag ban, how Salisbury shoppers need to get ready. That story and more on Coast TV News at 11.
So this is the latest look at the storm that we've been tracking that prompted the latest severe thunderstorm warning. That warning's been allowed to expire in American Corner and Denton area, but as it crosses over into Kent County, it hasn't prompted another severe thunderstorm warning as of yet. But we wanted to mark this with our lightning tracker to show you the amount of lightning that's happening here. So this is actually a very impactful storm with dense lightning associated with it. So we could see some power outages along Highway 16, and along Highway 404, and towards Harrington, particularly where 13 and 404 cross. So if you're in that particular area, and 12 and 13 cross, that's where we could also see some problems with power outages, by the way. Here's a look at your extensive forecast. We're looking for it to clear out quickly by tomorrow.
And thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our WRDE News app, especially with that weather.
Especially, and the NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.